Namaste, beautiful yogis. Welcome to Ali Kamenova Yoga. I'm Ali, and today we're doing a class in the current program, which I invite you to join. All the classes are on my website. This class is going to be called Loosy Goosy, and it is a lot of core strength plus a different approach to flexibility, a little bit of loosey-goosey flexibility. And once we get into the class, you're gonna know what I mean by that. It is a different approach, a way to approach flexibility that allows the body to relax with the stretches rather to tense and to not let you go further into your flexibility. It is also a lot of fun, a lot of somatic feedbacks, somatics. So it's a relaxing yet a class that will strengthen you. So I hope that you will enjoy it. I invite you to join the entire program, but I will be coming here. My goal is to be coming here at least once every 2 to 3 weeks. And this is the first class of that schedule. And a lot of the classes in the program is called Pilates inspired. A lot of the classes in the program are going to have wrist weights. They're optional, but they can really help you achieve better results. And some of the classes have either very light dumbbells or a can of coconut milk, a can of beans, tomatoes, whatever. All right, so remember to flow with love, strength, and ease. Starting at the front of the mat, roll the shoulders back and down, and here you can turn the palms of the hands forward in order to open that space between the collarbones. Lengthen through the crown of the head, spread your toes open. Feel a lift, an extension, and a deepening of the breath. You can bring the tip, middle of, and the base of the tongue, glue it or seal it on the roof of the mouth. And we're going to go into chair pose, hinging at the hips, lengthen from the hip bone into the crown of the head. You're going to lengthen here, pull the belly in. And we're going to keep that straight line by hinging at the hips, by keeping the hinging motion. Now, even though we're not using weights for this class, for you to keep your hands in that position for the exercises, it's a lot of muscular work. So each and every modality is very strengthening. Everything we do is very strengthening. All right, chair. I want you to come out of chair and lift the left knee. Chair. Come out of chair. Right knee, chair. Left, hinge, chair. Right. A few more. And we're going to chair to warrior 3. Chair, alternating, warrior 3. Chair, you should feel the muscles in your back working here, the core working. It's a lot of work to keep it like that. So I'm kind of going against the title right at the bat, at the start, but we're gonna loosey-goosey it later. This is all Saturnian, straight lines. All right, okay, that's all I can do. Oh my goodness. Every muscle in the posterior chain works here, plus the core, so it's quite exercise. All right, figure eights. Same alignment for chair. To warrior three, left leg back. 2, coming up, knee up. Now you could straighten the leg too. Chair, opposite side. From chair, right leg goes back into warrior three. Try to maintain those lines. That's where the difficulty is. Lift here, step it back. Left leg back. Right leg. One more on each side. Almost there. All right, chair, all right, shake it out. You can flip and flop your arms and legs. As if with each shake, you're releasing. And time for the promise planks. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive. Inhale, look ahead, plank. First exercise. Spread the fingers open. If at any point your wrists get tired, feel free to modify on your forearms, or you can use one of those handheld dumbbells that have the grip, or any grip. There is yoga grips too. So listen to your body, because we're gonna stay in plank, and over time, I've said this a million times, the wrists do strengthen out, provided that you do that alignment. So the alignment is you press into each and every knuckle, very important. And in my years of studying in-person classes, I know that no matter how many times I said it and how much I emphasized on this space, when you glance across the students, most people just had their hand like that. Over time, that puts strain on the outer side of the wrist, so it won't strengthen the wrist. So you really have to spread it, be over-exaggerated, like your life depends on it. And that will strengthen your hands, something that we really want as we age, to strengthen the wrist, the hands, etc., the position, the alignment. When we press into the space between the index and the thumb, this all runs into the shoulder too, so we're aligning. The shoulder also opens slightly so that we can drop between the shoulders. Instead of here for plank, we can drop in the middle, in a steady place. And the elbows can somewhat face towards each other, depending on your own personal, obviously, anatomy. Now, we won't all look exactly the same in this position. For some things, you may look a little odd and strange and different, the way also I would. And we know within our own feedback that that's the right alignment for us, and that's the main takeaway from my teachings is that inner feedback, that connection to the body, so that we don't rely on alignment from the outside solely. That is just a basis, that is just a foundation, that's level 1 almost. Everything else springs from the inside out. All right, after all of this intro, but really press, because we're gonna do planks. We're gonna do right leg up, right foot steps on the outside of the left hand, so across, back to the right, back to the left, to the right. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Opposite side. Feel free to shake it out on one hand, shake it out on the other, shake it out on both. Opposite side, whenever you're ready. 1, 1, 2, 2. Try not to wiggle the hips too much. 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9. Ooh, I can't. 10. I can. All right. I felt it right through my core. Nice. Beautiful deep breath. We're going to continue with the planks. All right, let's go. Plank. Right leg. Now we're going to do alternating. Right leg behind the left wrist. Reverse. Left to the right. 1, 2, 3. I'm kicking it, but you don't have to. Keep going. Take a break. Breathe into your belly. Diaphragmatic. All right. Next segment, spread the fingers open. Remind yourself about this alignment so that we're evenly distributing the weight. Here we're gonna go into starting from all fours. We're gonna lift the knees, dip the knees, knee tuck. So the right leg goes slightly diagonally. You can go to the center, slightly diagonally, really fires up the obliques. So feel it. Wherever is the most challenging place for you, go there. We want to make this count. Time for mountain climbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 20. All right. Loosey-goosey stretch. We're going to bring the left leg forward, walk your right leg back, and here just gently, like a wave, move through this. It can be pelvis back and forth. It can be just moving the upper body like a wave. I want you to loosey-goosey intuit it, and you can also go from pelvis forward, leg back, pelvis forward, leg back. So feel it. We're stretching the legs. You can lower down onto your forearms. You can twist towards the leg. You can straighten the front knee. If you straighten your front knee, push the hips back, take a twist here, it's really deep. And again, to the original loosey-goosey. So just feel it here. Instead of trying to jam yourself into a flexibility stretch, trick your muscles into gently releasing here. Loosey-goosey with breath and fluidity. All right, prepare for the other side, same thing. You don't have to make the two sides exactly mirroring each other. Just feel your way through it. That's the whole point of loosey-goosey, is to feel your way and to trick your muscles into releasing. Oftentimes with very stiff stretches, subtly or overtly, the muscles tense. Just find a really pleasant stretch here within this range and just back off a little from the intensity of it. Where the intensity starts, back off a little so you can enjoy it. You can flex your foot as well through a portion of it. You can straighten the right knee. Twist here, flex the foot. And again, find your way back into that pleasant loosey-goosey stretch. Flexing the foot, pointing the foot if you want to. All right, time for forward bends. Left foot in, forward fold. You can stay way higher in the forward fold, where again, same idea. right before the stretch gets intense, right where it feels like, oh yeah, more of that. So don't go past that point, because you want to feel that pleasant, it can be dopamine or serotonin or oxytocin or something that releases more of a pleasure hormone than like that hard work feedback. And opposite side, same thing, just back off a little, even if you have to be here. Now you can also massage the muscle outward. Time for double pigeon. Flex the feet, line up the legs on top of each other. You can lean forward or you can stay up. A little bit of spinal moves here, just a little, very in the range of pleasant. So be side to side only. Bring the wave-like motion here, kind of more water-like fish. Yesterday we went to Newport Beach, and all day long dolphins in groups were crossing, and some of the groups had a whale, a big gray whale, I think, with them. So that type of more fluid move we're looking for. Even if it's internally interpreted that way, you may not look it that way, but I want you to feel that. Just that fluidity in the movement. All right, opposite side. Again, you can hold steady for a moment or get slightly moving from the get-go, even if it's just head rolls. Sometimes with this type of movement, I'll call it for this class Loosey-goosey, but it is fluid movement. We communicate to the body to let go, to release, to move deeper into the fluidity, into the flexibility, into the stretch. Loosy Goosey again. I'm gonna just name that particular exercise Loosy Goosey because that was the original inspiration for the name, even though I didn't get all the way to that stretch. It's a way of stretching that I've been enjoying. So it starts from high-low lunge, and then you widen it, and then you work with the flexing and releasing of the foot, and also with the pelvic alignment. You can push it back, push forward, push back. You can lower down, you can stretch it out. You can also gently twist towards the leg. And just a few more breaths. Here, find a very juicy spot. Here, now you may want to back off and just find the juicy spot here. And just move it here. And we're going to go over to the other side. Same thing. Moving through the variations of your own lines of alignment, the posture that is encoded within. Moving along those lines that is already in the body. The pose is in the body, it's not external to the body. And a few more forward bends. Straight leg. Removing the flesh, forward fold. Half lotus. If half lotus is too much, foot to the inner thigh, half lotus. Try to keep that straight line of the spine so that the belly lowers down. Of course, no pressure, no pain, just a massage. And same thing applies. That's a massage technique. To go deeper, we start gently, so the body doesn't have that initial response of contraction. Change. Open the legs, stretching here, and again let's do just a few circular movements here. Fluid, water move, breath. So moving the spine as well. either in a rotation or side to side, however you access the most. Great. Let's move a little deeper into the spine. It's always good. Sukhasana, easy pose. A few rotational moves around the base of the spine. And just bring your head into it. It doesn't have to be any science to it. Again, find the lines encoded into the blueprint of your body. So I've mentioned this before, just kind of like a good sculptor shaves off the excess from the rock to get to Michelangelo. The same way we find the pose that's already in there and we just move out of the way. We move the mind out of the way and we go into the feeling. Again, into the somatics. Into the wisdom of the body. The body is a mirror reflection of the conscious and the superconscious. And the body knows way before the conscious mind knows. I've been getting into dowsing with dowsing rods. And it's not everybody's tool. Some people just have it as their thing and some people don't. My grandpa was a dowser, so maybe it's kind of like that, an ancestral thing, but that is one of the things that just I love it. But I was listening to something and it was explaining it in this way. If the conscious mind is one part, the subconscious, superconscious, however you want to call it, is 1,000,000 parts. And the superconscious is always awake, always working, and far more tapped into the universal pool of knowledge, of information, of data, if you will. The body is connected to that superconscious. It is just, we have to get out of the way of the conscious mind, the will, the ego, in order for us to intuit that. And there's different tools, obviously. Dowsing is one of them, just one of them. It's a lot of tools to just get to the body. The tools themselves are not the thing. It is the body that we're trying to sensitize ourselves to. Through movement, through connecting to intuition, to intuitive calls, to those flutters in the gut, in the spleen, in the throat. So what we do is, with this yoga commitment for life, or a movement commitment I should call it, I prefer to call it embody movement, we sensitize ourselves to this tool that we have, that is far more connected to the superconscious than our awake conscious monkey day-to-day operating mind. So there is great value in this feeling the body, feeling the alignment, feeling the movement. All right, let's get a little bit into the upper back. So here we're gonna pull the belly in, try to hold it as much as you can. Clasp your hands in front of you, you can cross them, and really draw, pull out away from yourself to just stretch between the shoulder blades, the upper back. Release and stretch. You can push that chin forward. All right, again. You can Wrap your bottom lip above the top. Great. A few more, just really stretch it out. Beautiful, side to side stretch. We're going to open the right arm out from the hip out in a long, beautiful line. Turn the inner elbow in, shoulder away, neck long, lengthen, drop the sitting bones down, and really lengthen. Dropping the sitting bones is everything here. Opposite. All right, mobility test. So from here, we're gonna do a mobility test, and we're going to wrap the hands on the shoulders, and we're going to come into a wide-legged seated on the heels pose, and from here tuck your toes under and push back into a squat and come up. Cross your legs. You can cross them somewhere where you're gonna have a padded surface in front of you. And we're going to sit down and repeat. Come up, sit back, tuck the toes, drop the heels, come up. Shall we do it one more time? I want you to post in the comments below. Even pause the video now, let me know. I could do it, I couldn't do it. If you couldn't do it, you can tell me which part was the part that got you. Where was the pull, the tug? Cross the legs, lower down, sit down. That is a lot of joints are incorporated here. It can become very difficult after a certain age. So the purpose of my classes is to keep all these joints moving and functioning, not on an Olympic level, just practically at a day-to-day functional healthy level. All right, roll, tuck the toes under, drop onto your heels and come up. All right, if you passed this mobility test, tell me I passed the test. If you didn't pass, say wow. Okay, this was here and there was that, this and that was the issue. All right. From here, step at the front, hands in front of you, drop onto your booty and all the way back into plow. Shimmy your shoulders. You can press the tip, the middle, and the back of your tongue to the roof of the mouth. Shoulders tent. Roll out. Bridge. You can clasp under here and extend in bridge the left leg. Just really kind of stretching that psoas at the front of the thigh. Opposite side, lift. Extend the right leg. Shall we do it one more time on each side? One more. All right, from here. Bridge. Right arm up, left arm on the floor, down by your side. We're going to extend the left leg. Stay in bridge on the right side, and we're gonna crunch it, bring the abs together, or bring the hand to leg, extend. 3, 4, 5, change sides. Right leg extends, left arm to right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. That is it. Lay down and allow yourself to flow, to float, to flow, to be enough, to feel loved, to be open to receive and give love, to operate, to oscillate, to allow your particles to oscillate at the frequency of love. Stay here for a few moments and remember to flow with love, strength, and ease. Namaste.